Yeah, I've already spoke to one of your colleagues to ask if you could send me the original credit agreement. So I'm waiting on that just now.
Okay, so let me just double check that. Let's see there. I can see we spoke to you around about the same time last month, sir, in April.
That was a few weeks ago, aye.
Yeah. Okay, so you've spoken to Eon at the moment and you're waiting the original credit agreement coming out, sir?
No, I'd asked Buchanan and Wells to send me that. I'd requested the original credit agreement.
Okay, that's not what we discussed previously, sir. You know, all we had is you were going to speak to Eon to see if they would recall the account.
Yeah, I had spoke to Eon and they said they can't deal with the account anymore. It's out of their hands now. The accounts with, the accounts with Buchanan and Wells.
Let me just check. I think it may have been April. Hang on, we'll call them back. Okay, so I'm just looking through the notes, sir. I can't see that you've made that request to us in any way.
Yeah, I made the request. It was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I can't see that on the system at the moment. I'm sure that was with us, sir.
Yeah, because I asked your colleague if it was for Eon, if I could phone Eon and ask to deal with them if they could take the account back. I contacted Eon and they said they can't take the account back.
Well, there's no fees or anything being added onto this, Mr. Daly. You know, at this point, it's really no different from dealing with Eon or ourselves. Essentially, you know, it's just the original balance that Eon sent over to us we're working with. We haven't added anything onto it.
Right, but I had asked for the original credit agreement.
As I'm saying, sir, I can't see in the notes where that is. I'm looking at the conversations you've had with us previously, and there's no mention to this at the moment, sir. So you may be waiting a while for something that may not be coming out. As far as I can see, no one's requested that.
Right, well, I'll need the original credit agreement. I need to see that.
You hang on just a second, Mr. Daly. We'll see what I can do just now. You'll get a hold just a minute or two for me at most. Thank you. Hi there. Thanks for holding, Mr. Daly. Sorry about the wait, sir. Now, yeah, you wouldn't get a credit agreement request of this. You know, the kind of way this works is you're using power that you will pay for in arrears, sir. You know, it's not a credit as such.
No, the original contract I signed with Eon. I had requested the original contract that I signed with Eon.
Okay, what do you mean? I'm going to need a little bit more information, Mr. Daly.
Right, well, basically you're a third party interloper. I don't owe you anything because I don't have a contract with you. And I'd asked your colleague for, what proof of claim that I owe you this money.
Well, because you were supplied by Eon Energy at 227 McLennan Street.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with Eon now. They won't take the account back because they've sold it to you. So they won't take the account back. I've asked them to take the account back so I could deal with them directly because I have the contract with them. I don't have a contract with anybody else. They said they can't, unfortunately, they can't take it back. It's now with Buchanan and Wells.
Yeah, so because we're dealing with
sold it to you.
Okay, they haven't sold it to us, so
they have sold it to you, Will.
Mr. Daly.
They have sold it to you.
No, sir, they haven't sold it to us, Mr. Daly. The way it works is basically at this point, because they've had to pass it to an outside collection agency, they won't deal with it because they would have been in contact with you and you would have been given an opportunity to deal with them. But at this point, you need to deal with us, so that's just the way they're kind of taking it. It's not that it's been sold to us, so this is still regarding Eon. It's on their behalf that we're working, sir, but the time for Eon to deal with us has passed.
That's fine. No, I don't have a contract with you, so you're a third party interloper. I don't owe a third party anything. I don't have a contract with you.
That's up to yourself, Mr. Daly. If you're refusing to deal with us in any way, the calls and letters will continue.
That's fine, I'll take out a civil lawsuit for harassment then, unless you can provide me with the original credit agreement like I'd requested.
As I'm explaining to you, sir, you know, this is a utility bill, sir. You were supplied by electricity at that address which you agreed to.
Yeah,
and you haven't paid
Eon,
for.
not Buchanan Clark.
Yes, Mr. Daly, we're working on behalf of Eon Energy. This is not being bought over by us. I've explained to you why and how that works, sir, but you're just choosing not to accept that.
Because because you're lying. You've bought the account from Eon.
No, sir, I'm not lying, sir. I don't spend my day calling people lying to them, sir. It's really not what I enjoy doing. It's not what I look to do either, sir. I'm just telling you the facts like it is. I'm sorry that you don't agree with that, sir, but it doesn't change the circumstances and what will happen and what you'll need to do.
Well, I don't need to do anything, not refuse. My contract's with
That's
Eon.
up to yourself. That's up to yourself, sir. That's up to yourself, sir. We'll continue with the calls and letters.
Well, that's fine.
I can explain to you. I'll explain to you what the situation is, sir.
Well, that's fine. You'll get done for harassment if you keep continuing to contact me.
It doesn't work like that, sir. I've explained
It does work like that, I'm afraid. That's fact.
No, I'm afraid it doesn't. It's
Okay,
not.
do you know the 1882 Bills of Exchange Act?
Sir, I've already explained to you
Under Section 23, Paragraph 1, it says signature essential for liability. So you've not got my signature, so I'm not liable for this debt.
Sir, it wasn't, you know, credit that you were given. It was power that you used that you haven't paid for. So,
Yeah, by
you know,
Eon, not by Buchanan Clark and Wells.
And we're acting on their behalf, sir.
No, you've bought the account.
No, we haven't, sir. As I've explained to you, we haven't.
You've bought the account.
No, we haven't, sir. This has been passed over because they gave you an opportunity to pay it and you wouldn't discuss it with them. So, unfortunately, they had to involve ourselves and they passed it over for collection. But this, you know, this is still with Eon. It's just they're not dealing with it because they don't have a collection staff. This is something they pass out with. So, really, beyond that, sir, there's not much more I can say to you. It's your choice whether you pay it or not.
Right, that's fine. Well, I don't owe you anything because I've not got a contract with you.
It's not regarding the contract, sir. We're acting on your...
Yeah, you do. You need a contract, and you're a third-party interloper. You've not. What's your proof of claim? What's your proof of claim?
The details that Eon have been passed over to us. This was for the gas, and this is for. Let me just give you.
So what details? So it's just an assumption.
This is going again, sir. You're asking a question and speaking over me. This is going from the 12th of March 2012 up until the 30th of April 2014. You were given a bill after that. It wasn't paid.
Yeah.
And it's eventually had to come to ourselves.
Yeah. So it's an assumption you're going on. They've just asked you to collect that on their behalf.
So it's
information. So I'm asking you what proof of claim you got. I'm requesting the original credit agreement.
Again, we're going round in circles here at the moment, sir.
Well, I mean, we'll continue to go round in circles.
That's up to yourself. You've already accused me of lying today, sir, so obviously you're not interested.
Because you are lying. No, you can't provide me with any proof.
So it's a utility bill. You enter into an agreement when you're supplied to that address. You're legally liable.
Eon, not Buchanan Clark and Wells. With Eon, the contract. I signed a contract to pay Eon.
You're just speaking over me now, sir. Again, I've explained to you how that works, and you're just calling me a liar. So
because you're a liar. Because that's not how it works.
Sir. If that's what you choose to believe, sir, it's just not how it works.
It's not what I believe. It's fact.
Okay, sir. If you say so, there's nothing more I can do.
If you continue to contact me, I'll get you done for harassment.
Okay, Mr. Daly, if you think that's what's going to happen, sir.
No, I know that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
All right, now fuck off.
Yep, you have a nice day, sir.